In football, there are matches you win because you are better, and there are matches you win because you are lucky. There are matches where you remain the stronger side the entire time, but suddenly you discover that you are very close to elimination, and that is exactly what happened in the match between Morocco and the Netherlands. Because whoever sees the final result will say 1-1. Then Morocco won on penalties 3-2. And that's it. But the truth is that this match was one of the most dramatic matches in the entire tournament because Morocco was almost the better side from the first minute. And despite that, they were only a few minutes away from saying goodbye to the World Cup. Before the match started, all eyes were focused on the Moroccan national team because the Atlas Lions entered the match with great confidence and even bigger ambitions. There was a clear feeling that the team was capable of continuing the journey. As for the Netherlands, they entered with their usual experience, with big names and a long history in international tournaments, and because of that, everyone was expecting a balanced match. But what happened on the field was a little different, because from the first minute, Morocco started imposing its personality. They started controlling the ball, they started playing with confidence, and they started controlling the rhythm. And when we look at the numbers after the match, we will understand how clear Morocco's dominance was. 70% possession, 780 completed passes, 92% passing accuracy, 12 shots, 6 shots on target, 8 corners. That say Morocco was the side taking the initiative throughout the match. As for the Netherlands, they only had 30% possession and 356 passes, meaning less than half of Morocco's number of passes, approximately. But football has never been only a game of numbers, because sometimes one team dominates for 90 minutes and another team takes advantage of one chance. And that is almost what happened. With the start of the match, Morocco began attacking. The attempts increased, and the Moroccan fans felt that the goal was close. But the problem was that the final chance was always missing something small. Sometimes the final touch, sometimes the final pass, and sometimes the Dutch defensive brilliance. And as time passed, the tension started to increase because Morocco was the better side, but the score was still 0-0. And this is one of the most dangerous situations in football because the more chances you miss, the more the opponent starts believing that they can steal the match. And that is exactly what happened. The first half ended in a goalless draw, but the general feeling was that Morocco was closer to winning, closer to scoring, and closer to qualifying. With the start of the second half, the Moroccan dominance continued, the possession continued, the passing continued, and it was clear that the players believed the goal would come. But time started passing, and the minutes started running out, and the fans started to worry because domination without goals sometimes turns into a problem. Then the Netherlands started improving a little. They started leaving their areas, and they started trying to exploit the spaces. And here, the shock came. In the 72nd minute, from a quick attack, the ball reached Cody Gakpo, one of the most dangerous players in the Dutch national team. And the player did not hesitate. He shot, and the ball went into the net. 1-0 for the Netherlands. And suddenly, the Moroccan stands went silent. And suddenly, everything changed. Because the team that dominated, the team that created more chances, the team that played better, was now behind on the scoreboard. And this was one of the harshest moments of the match. Because the feeling was a little unfair. But football doesn't recognize who deserves it. It only recognizes goals. After the goal, the match started entering a new phase, the phase of complete pressure, the phase of continuous attacking, the phase of searching for survival. And Morocco started throwing all its cards. The players started attacking from every direction, and time started running quickly, and every minute was bringing the Netherlands closer to qualification. On the other side, the Netherlands started defending with all its strength. They started wasting time, and they started playing with the nerves. And it was clear that the Dutch team felt they were very close to getting through. And with the final 10 minutes entering, the Moroccan fans started living the hardest moments of the tournament because the team was playing well, but the result was against them, and time was running out, and the dream started moving away. But there is something very special about the Moroccan national team, and that is that it rarely gives up, and that it always keeps going until the end. And that is exactly what we saw. The attacks continued, the pressure continued, the possession continued, and because Morocco had 70% of the ball throughout the match, they had faith that one last chance would come, and they had faith that the match was not over yet. In the 90th minute, the Netherlands started seeing the finish line, and the Dutch fans started preparing to celebrate. But football had a different opinion, and in stoppage time, the moment that changed everything came. Issa Diop, at the moment when Morocco needed him, and at a time when mistakes were not allowed. The ball reached him, he shot, and the net shook, 1-1. An explosion in the stands, an explosion on the bench, an explosion in every Moroccan home that was watching the match. Because the goal was not just an equalizer, the goal was a goal of survival, a rescue goal, a goal that brought Morocco back from the edge of elimination. And within seconds, the feelings of both teams completely changed. The Netherlands was celebrating, then it was shocked, and Morocco was frustrated. Then hope came back again, and that is the beauty of football. One moment can change everything. After the equalizer, the match entered extra time, and here, a completely new phase began because the physical effort was huge and the fatigue started to appear. But despite that, Morocco remained the more dangerous side and remained the side that was trying and remained the side that wanted to decide the match. As for the Netherlands, they started thinking more about penalty shootouts and they started playing with more caution. And as extra time passed, it became clear that penalties were coming. And the truth, at that exact moment, there was one name that started circulating in the minds of Moroccan fans, Yassine Bounou, because this man has a long history with big moments and a long history with penalty shootouts. And he has a strange ability to appear when it matters most. And when we reached the penalty shootout, the real tension began. Because here, there is no possession, no passes, no statistics, only nerves. Morocco entered the shootout with confidence, and the Netherlands entered it cautiously. Then the penalties started, and Bounou started doing what he knows how to do. The saves, the psychological pressure, and confusing the opponent. And the more the shootout continued, the more the balance started leaning toward Morocco, until we reached the final moment. Ismail Saibari, the decisive penalty, the ball in front of him, qualification in front of him, and millions waiting. He shot, and the ball went in, and Morocco qualified 3-2 on penalties. And here, the celebrations exploded, because the team did not just win a match, the team survived, the team came back from football death, the team refused to give up. But perhaps the most special thing about that night is that Morocco did not win because of luck, and they did not win because of one individual moment. Morocco won because they believed in themselves from the first minute. Because when you make 780 completed passes in a knockout match, that means you did not lose your composure. And when you reached 92% passing accuracy, that means you stayed committed to your style even while you were behind on the scoreboard. And maybe that is the biggest difference between big national teams and ordinary teams. When an ordinary team falls behind, it starts rushing. It starts playing long balls. It loses its organization. But Morocco did the exact opposite. They kept playing the same way, the same calmness, the same confidence, as if the players knew that the chance was coming, even if it was delayed. And maybe that is why, when Issa Diop's goal came in stoppage time, it did not feel like a goal that came out of nowhere. On the contrary, it felt like a natural reward for a team that pressured throughout the entire match, a team that refused to give up, and a team that kept trying until the last second. And that is the reason that made the goal such a special moment. Because it did not only save Morocco, but it also did justice to an entire match where Morocco was the better side for most of the time. As for the Netherlands, they paid the price for dropping back after the goal. And in reality, big tournaments are not decided by skill only, but also by character and reaction in difficult moments. And Morocco presented a clear example in this match. In the end, the Moroccan national team qualified for the round of 16, where Canada will be waiting, a new match and a new opportunity to continue the dream. As for the Netherlands, they left in a painful way because they were very close to qualifying, but the stoppage time goal changed everything. And in the end, people will remember the 1-1 draw and then the penalty shootout win, but the story was bigger than the result. It was the story of a team that dominated, then fell behind, then refused to give up, came back at the last moment, and secured qualification with strong nerves. And it was the story of Bounou, and the story of Diop, and the story of Saibari, and the story of a Moroccan team proving that it is one of the toughest teams in the tournament. And on that night, Morocco did not just win a match, it won a battle of will. And sometimes that is more important than any result.